Hello, everyone. Welcome back again. Hope you're all doing well. It's another day. We're all living. We're all alive. So again today, I have a actual particular topic to speak about because that's what I think is a more professional approach. I'm sure there'll still be lots of random things that I'll say, but I'm just trying different things out. You know what I mean? So here we go. Um, okay, the topic today is taking from the YouTube vids what is the most popular videos, like not just kind of the most popular, but like 60 times more popular than the other ones. Like massively more popular. So okay, you know what I mean? I'll talk about the shit. I don't care. So it's something that I guess can be referred to as big quotation marks here. Self-transforming machine elves. Okay? So for people who don't know what this is or have never heard about this kind of idea, you might think that sounds insane, or you might just be like, this is stupid, I don't care. If that's the case, okay, whatever. Just go check out another one of the videos that's more about like meditation or some shit. Okay? So again, I made like 2 or 3 videos about this topic, and I thought that the first video would be the only video about this topic because I don't even really care that much about it anymore. It's not something I really think about that much, but whatever. I don't care. We can still talk about it. Okay, so I'll just really briefly explain what it kind of is or what I think it is or whatever. It's this idea that was created by a guy called Terence McKenna. Okay? If you don't know who Terence McKenna is, he was a legendary, I guess he's technically like an ethnobotanist, I think was like his like academic title or whatever. But he's like a legendary speaker on the topic of psychedelics and the realms of psychedelics and the experience of that. He's a legend, okay? And I learned about him via Joe Rogan, who is like probably a lot of people learned about Terence McKenna through Rogan. But anyway, he's got tons of videos on YouTube of his lectures from like I guess the 90s. I think a lot of his stuff was done in the 90s. He wrote a book called, I think it's called Food of the Gods, and he kind of coined this phrase self-transforming machine elves. Okay? And on top of that, he also created this idea of, it's a theory called the stoned ape theory. Okay, and it talks about how, like thousands of years ago, our ancestors were like coming down out of trees and like foraging for foods, and some of the foods they were finding were mushrooms. Like, and so they were eating these mushrooms, and some of them were like psilocybin mushrooms, like what we call like psychedelic mushrooms now. So these monkeys, these like primates, our ancestors were eating the mushrooms, and it was like, this is all his theory, right? It was like igniting the brain, right? Particularly language. Like particularly, it was igniting their capacity to learn language and to communicate. Um, so Terence McKenna talks about how this was like a major event in our evolution, and it created like these huge new pathways in the brain that allowed us to communicate with each other through words more clearly, and also new thought patterns and stuff. And so this was like a really cool topic that he brought about. This was back in the 90s. This is like kind of prior to the internet, really. Like the internet was just kind of coming in, right? It was just new. So he was just holding these talks and stuff all the time. So check out YouTube. Just type in Terence McKenna with music. I like the ones with music. There's tons of them. Okay. So anyway, back to self-transforming machine elves. So also Google that, and then Google images of it. The people have drawn pictures and stuff to try to describe it. um, it's like super hard to even understand this topic at all. Like if you don't have any experience with like psychedelic medicine, like psychedelic plant medicine, it's all gonna sound super fucking crazy in a way. But if you do have some experience with that stuff, it will make more sense. Even then, it's hard to understand. But these are very like, very nuanced, like ethereal topics that are difficult for anyone to understand. Okay, even like the highest functioning people that understand these things still have trouble. Like Terence McKenna was one of the greats, and even he struggled to put it into words and stuff. But so what he came up with was this idea of like self transforming. Okay, like that was how he kind of described like the language that he was being spoken to via these like psychedelic realms. He said these like entities that you kind of encounter in these realms are like geometrically like transforming patterns of a kind, and they seem to be doing it of themselves, right? Like the universe like creates itself. The universe like manifests itself. The planets just fucking roam around by themselves, like using gravity and shit. But it's like, who created the gravity? Like this whole thing just exploded of itself, and via the like the DMT realm, like or whatever the psychedelic realm, he's saying you're kind of getting in touch with this force, with it's like God or whatever, the universe is speaking to you via these self-transforming machine elves. And it's fucking crazy because they do seem to be these like machines in a way. They're like functioning, right? It's like Lao Tzu says, the 10,000 things, or it's also translated as the 10,000 functions, right? And the 10,000 things is like the world around you, like the trees, the houses, the cars, the fucking cats, the dogs. Those are the 10,000 things, or it can be said the 10,000 functions. So like the 10,000 functions of the universe are like the cat, the tree, the bird, the ocean, all of it. And so I guess via like the DMT realm, you get in touch with this function, these functions like manifesting themselves. It's fucking crazy, right? And so I guess like this is the way that, and I resonated with that. Okay, so I resonated with describing this experience or describing this language as kind of transforming machine elves, self-transforming machine elves. Like even if you haven't used that word before or heard that like combination of words before, it's probably gonna like upset you to a degree. Like it will probably like destabilize you. It's so fucking crazy. It's like it's such an advanced topic. Like it's such an advanced idea. It's like the original meme. Okay, like before the internet, just had these like stupid fucking pictures of dogs and cats like playing piano and stuff that were like memes. The meme was like the lowest. It was like the most like compact way you could transport an idea, and that's kind of what happened with like self-transforming machine elves. It became like the meme of this whole like realm of expansive like unlimited ideas and all this type of shit. So even just a human being like hearing those words, and Terence McKenna was a fucking master, right? And so he was able to like function it into those words. So you hearing them could kind of fuck you up in a way, because it's just like, holy shit, like what? Like self-transforming machine elves, like what the fuck is that? Like, so anyway, beware. It's too late now. But also, I even find that with like the word of ayahuasca. Like I find even that, although some of these things, like especially ayahuasca, it seems to have kind of the mainstream seems to have gotten a hold of it a little bit. But I don't think ayahuasca cares. I think it's more powerful than that because it's a vine too. Ayahuasca, like the powerful psychedelic medicine from the Amazon jungle, it's a vine. So I don't think it cares. I think it's weaving its way into the society. It doesn't give a fuck what idiots just say the word for fun. It doesn't care. It's getting in there. But even that word I find can like destabilize people. Like just like telling them like, hey, like what do you think about ayahuasca? And people are like, if they've never heard of it before, they're just like, whoa, like what is that, man? Because they know, like inherently, like in their bones, like in their DNA, it's like calling them. It's like get the fuck to the jungle and drink that shit. Like you need it bad. So anyway, so that's what's up. So this is again, like I just wanted talk about this again, I guess, because people are just like unlimitedly interested in it, I suppose. But also, I want to talk a little bit about like why are people so interested, right? Like, I think the obvious answer is that most people are so lost and they're so stressed and they're so confused and they're so angry and just upset with the world and with their life, and they just have no fucking clue. They really do. It's like, I remember Tyler from RSD once said, he said, I think you know why people want someone to follow? Because everyone's just so tired and they're scared and they just want someone to point them in the right direction. And that's why we're susceptible to like gurus and joining like Jesus cults or whatever it is, or getting behind like dictators or whatever, and just because we're just tired and scared. We just want someone to be like, hey man, just march this way and it's gonna all work out. We just want to be like, okay, cool, I'll just do that. So in a way, it's like, I think people are looking for something like that, but people are to a degree advancing past that. So I think they're starting to search for what's more real, like what's a substantial direction to go and what's a more substantial solution. And I think when they hear something like about psychedelics or about like self-transforming machine elves, like this fucked up phrase, it triggers within them like some type of reaction, some type of shift, and like they inherently want to know more. They're just like, I need to know more about that. Like, what is that? Like, I know that there's something going on there. Like, if there's something more, that seems to be the direction. So I like that. I like that people are keen. I like that people are open and interested about it. What I will say as well is I think that another part of it is that people sometimes like nerd out on things. Like it's almost can become like almost like a gossip, I find. It's like people sort of, it's like someone who gets too into like tarot cards or too into like going to psychics all the time or some shit, or like too into like conspiracies like 9/11 and the fucking Illuminati and stuff. Like, I don't know, who knows, that shit could be true, I don't give a fuck. But it's like at a certain point it's almost like gossip, you know what I mean? It's like, chill the fuck out, man. Like, what's your actual life like? Like, are you in good shape? Do you have a lot of money? Do you have a lot of success? Are you taking care of your family? Are you fucking eating healthy? Do you have like successful relationships? Like, are you fucking satisfied with your life? Like, what the fuck is actually going on? And I see it seems to be always the people that don't have any of those things that are the first ones to just start rattling off about fucking 9/11, like, the reptiles, Illuminati, man, the fucking alien abductions. It's like, okay, maybe, dude, but you're also an idiot. Like, can we say that too? Like, you're also all fucked up. You're fucking overweight. You're pathetic. You look like shit. No hot girls want to hang out with you. Your life's all fucked up. You're a loser. Like, okay? Like, you don't want to hear that? Right, you want to talk about alien abductions all day long and fucking Illuminati, but you don't want to hear the fact that you're fucking a fat loser. Right? So it's like, let's hear it all out then, right? And so that's in a way why I am willing to keep talking about self-transforming machine elves. Someone should put below in the comments how many times I said those words. It must be like 10 or 15 by now. But it's like in a way I don't mind talking about it because I'm also bringing the other piece to the table. Where I'm like, yeah, I don't doubt that there is this thing of like these alternate dimension or whatever with these like DMT elves and all this type of shit. It's like, yeah, for sure. Why would I deny that? It seems to be the case. There seems to be something there. Obviously, I don't think that it, like, I don't think that it can be disproved, really. I think that under scrutiny of like science or whatever, like academic shit wants to go after it, like they will find something. Like it's clearly something's going on there. Okay, cool. And I'm not denying that. I think it's awesome. It's great. But I also am trying to encourage the person to be like, let's find something else to do with yourself. Like, why is the video on the elves got fucking, you know what I mean? Like literally like 60 times the other videos, like some other random video. Like, why are people so interested in learning about these? It's like almost gossiping about these elves, about this little, like, you're like peeking behind the curtain. It's like, dude, at a certain point, like, who cares? It's like you're just like peeking behind like the curtain and like seeing some girl getting changed or something. It's like, dude, what's the point of that? Like at a certain point, it's like, all right, man, you've seen it. Like, what the? You're like, when you're like 12 years old and you like peek in and see that your like neighbor getting changed or some weirdo shit, and are you like peek and find a porno and you're like watching it? You're like, yeah, I looked at a porno. It's like, all right, man, but what's the fucking good of that? Like, where's that getting you? Right? So it's like that's kind of how I feel with this stuff. With like sometimes, like you know what I mean. Like I have a feeling of both because it's like I totally encourage someone to explore that realm. Like I totally encourage a person to. You have the right to do it. Like you have the right to learn about like the psychedelic medicine and like the DMT realms and all this stuff. You absolutely have the right. Like no one has the right to stop you from doing that. Absolutely. But at the same time, it's like why are there just people sitting around like smoking DMT regularly and getting like for what purpose? It's like you have to put that into practice somehow. Like it wouldn't surprise me if those people somehow get wrapped up with some like twisted demons or some shit, right? Like it's possible. Like you're playing with it's like you're seeing something that's behind the curtain, right? And you are a human and you're an adult and like you have the right to check back there. But you're also opening yourself up to things that are way beyond what you're ever going to be able to understand in this life, dude. You're a fucking monkey. You know what I mean? Like you have to get up every day and walk and eat and work out and chat with people. Like you can only understand these alternate dimensions or whatever to a certain degree. So chill the fuck out, right? And get your shit together. So I would encourage people to go watch the other videos. You know what I mean? Why didn't the videos on how to meditate get fucking hundreds and hundreds of views? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the real shit. That's the real answers there. But yet the video about fucking drugs and stuff gets hundreds and hundreds of views. Because people just it's like it's like you just put a hot girl on the cover of the book and all of a sudden it's selling. It's like, all right, maybe, but if you actually want to have like successful relationship with that hot girl, it's not going to look like that. It's going to look like it's going to look more like meditation, right? It's the slow, quiet things that eventually get us the flashy success. And once we get it, it's kind of like, nah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like Michael Jordan once in a while shot that game-winning fucking shot. You know, I mean, he did it, and he did it more than others, and that's why he's the greatest. But the amount of time that he sat there quietly in the gym practicing early in the morning when no one was watching far outweighed that. You know what I'm saying? And he knew that if he kept working, those game-winning shots would come eventually. Okay? So that's like this. It's like, don't worry about these fucking transforming elves. Like, don't worry about it. Your time will come if you work at it and you get into meditation and you get into self-reflection and you get on top of this and you watch the boring videos. Go watch the fucking every other video. You know what I mean? Or go watch someone else that knows this shit. Get in touch with that. And eventually, when the time is right, man, yeah, you can peek in there and you can peek behind the curtains and you can really get something. And the gods, the elves, or whoever the fuck, will appreciate that you've been working and they'll give you something of value. They'll give you something substantial. And you'll be like, all right, cool. And you get back to business. There's a reason why Rogan doesn't talk all day, every day about fucking smoking DMT. He gets other people. He gets scientists and comedians and athletes and all these people on there because there's so much more to life. He doesn't deny that it's a big part. It's a major thing, like understanding this or getting in touch with this, of course. But there's so much else going on. And I want anyone who's watching this to come with a similar approach. Like get understanding some other things too. And this is always going to be here. It's not going anywhere. And you know what? Eventually you'll be dead and you'll get kicked in the fucking head with this anyway, right? Like you're going to, it's something like that. Like I don't know that much about it really compared to what other people might understand. Terrence McKenna knows a lot. You can check out Aubrey Marcus, Rogan's business partner. He knows a lot about this subject as well. And his like ayahuasca sort of shaman master guy, he's called Don Howard. They call him the White Wizard. He's like an ayahuasca master to a degree. These guys know a lot more about what it really is. It's like you're talking about like blending life and death together in a way, or like removing the like physical boundaries of things. You're talking like very deep, hardcore, like fundamental, like spiritual, like the building blocks of reality here. And again, you have the right to see that. You have the right to look at it. But if you're just like brand new to this shit or whatever, or you're all in chaos, like, dude, don't worry about that too much. Like, there's lots of other shit you could do. Like, it's like I always say, like, do 10 push-ups, do 10 pull-ups, like, get outside, meet some new cool people, like, all right? And it's like, do it up. I'm sure this video will get hundreds of fucking views anyway, because I'll put it in the title, right? I'll put self-transform machine elves in the title. I should put hot girls in the title. Then it will seriously get views. But anyway, that's what's up, okay? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully some of you are actually doing your meditation. Because I am. I just did an hour. I just banged off an hour. Just rattled it off. Yesterday, the last 2 days, not including today, I did like, I branched out and did some different like singing bowls. But man, they were like singing bowls with also chimes constantly in. So it's like, bow, ting, ting. I was almost going to turn it off. Like, I was almost like, this is not really my style. But I did it. I did 2 of them, 2 different days, because they linked into each other on YouTube. But I gave it a shot. But today I'm back to these like 7 chakra ones. So today I did root chakra. I don't know. I mean, I like those ones. I like just like the heavy, like, brow. It's cool. But it's good to switch it up too. All right. Is that cool? Is that good, everybody? Is that good to go? Want to do some affirmations? I've been doing my affirmations every morning, basically. Let's do a couple. Do it with me. Or fucking end the video right now. If you're going to end the video, goodbye. If you're going to stick around and do the affirmations, let's fucking do them. All right, so let's do a few. So here's my classic I've been doing every morning. Do it with me. Literally do it. Every day. In every way. It's getting better and better. Right? Every day, in every way, it's getting better and better. Okay? One more. Every day, in every way, it's getting better and better. Right? I mean, it is. Like, what the fuck? All right, now we'll do a new one I'm working on. This is a girl who I was talking to who's going to try to actually help me with some of this social media and stuff. She's like somewhat successful with it, so hopefully she can help me out a bit. But anyway, she gave me this one. It's about receiving. So we'll bang off a few of this. So like, today, I am receiving abundance from the universe. That's a little bit hard for me because I just started doing it, but we'll do 2 more. Today, I am receiving abundance from the universe. Okay? One more. Today, I am receiving abundance from the universe. I love it. Okay, well, there you go. That's what's up. There's some shit. There's a video for you. Give it some likes and everything, and fucking keep at it. You know what I mean? That's all for today. Peace out, everybody.